Hello, people from around the world. It's time for another episode of 10 Days in Dance with myself, Adam K, and...
Hey guys, what's up? It's Amy Farina. You might also know me as MC Unicorn.
And we are back for another edition and 10 stories you need in your life from the world of the electronic dance music scene. Now, we have to start off with not a story as such, but an announcement. So it's a big day for us here at 10 Days in Dance because we have finally sorted out our digital presence. We have a website and you need to go and check it out, please, because it makes our stats look good this time next year. So 10daysindance.com, it's so easy. There's links to all of our Spotify, YouTube, and all the other stuff's there. So if it's really nice, it's really simple. But if you want to tell people about this show, or you think, oh, how can I listen? How can I watch? Then 10daysindance.com is where you go to get it. All right, it's that simple. It's not a news story. It's an announcement, but it's a good way to start, right, Amy?
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited about the new website. Everybody go on over and check that out.
It looks good. It's got bright colors on it and it's got all the links that you need. So if you haven't done anything like subscribe yet to our YouTube channel or even follow us on Spotify, then this will be an easy place to go and do it all. So 10daysindance.com is where you need to go for that. Now, we've got 10 stories. There's lots in the world of dance news, so we should probably talk about it. Shall I jump in with story number one?
Yeah, you go first. I've been stealing the number one spot week after week, so this time it's you.
I noticed.
It's just been me. It's your turn now.
It's all good. Look, here we go. There's exciting news in the world of half-yearly results. So I start with a stat story. All right, story number one is Beatportal announced their top 10 selling labels of 2025 so far, January to June. Now, labels, you think, wow, it's kind of not that exciting, but hey, I love this kind of stuff. So let's share it. It's dance news. Amy, any guesses on what has been the most successful label so far this year on Beatport?
Armada.
It's a good guess, and it's number 4.
Can I guess again?
You can guess again.
Spinnin'.
Spinnin' is not in the top 10.
Can I guess again?
Please do. This is your last guess, though.
All right. Revealed.
Oh, no, it's not even in the top 10. So 1 out of 3 wasn't bad.
Okay.
I'll give you one more for good luck. Come on, totally redeem yourself.
What's like another one I could guess? Now I'm blanking.
Think about people.
Give me a clue. Give me a clue.
Think about people, not labels. Who have labels?
Martin Garrix.
Martin Garrix, Stamped Records, is not in the top 10.
Oh my gosh.
We need to get some sound effects. All right, let's cut to the chase. Let's get into this. All right, at number 10, one of your favorites, Anjuna Deep. They were there. Yeah. 9 is Defected. 8, Catch and Release, which is ran by Fisher. Nervous Records, because they had that kind of massive Mal P track attached to them. And Luffy. Insomniacs is number 6. Black Book Records, which is Chris Lake's label, at number 5. Armada, as you heard, 4. 3, Toolroom Records, a former number 1. 2, Dynamic, Gain, Mal P led, and then Experts Only, John Summit's label, currently number 1 in the top 10 selling labels so far of 2025. However, there are more stats, so would you like more stats?
Yes, and I love that you're kicking off things with the top 10. You gave us a top 10 list.
Yeah, it's kind of not. It meant to be at the end. Anyway, look, here we go. If we go top 10, if that was top 10 labels, how about top 10 tracks?
Go for it.
Okay, so I already mentioned one of the artists that's in there. Do you want to take a guess at what is number 1 so far this year on Beatport's top 10?
Is it from John Summit?
Is it from John Summit? I'm looking. There's no John Summit.
Is it from Martin Garrix?
It's not Martin Garrix either.
Matic?
These are songs that they would play. This is interesting, but I'm going to stop you guessing because it's
going to take forever. Just tell me.
Well, look, Calvin Harris, number 10.
Oh, all right.
With Clementine Douglas. Ease My Mind, Chris Lake. Life is Simple from Marshall Jefferson. Move Your Body. Ajira, Unfazed. The One from Jocelyn Brown. Love that track with Chloe K.A. Max Styler, I Know You Want To. Stephanie, Hunter's remix of Clooney. Then the top 3 looks like this. Prosper, Don't Stop, tune. Toxic, Chris Lake, tune. And The Less I Know The Better from Mal P on Nervous Records is currently number 1 in the highest selling tracks of this year so far. There you go. So that's all about the music. I have a top 10 for later on in the show. If you want me to drop it, let me know, and I'll because if you got top 10 or have I got top 10 today?
No, I did it last time I did my top 10 DJ. No, was that me? You go today because I did not prepare one. So it's all you today. I'll think of one for next time.
Okay, if I've done labels, I've done music. At the end of this show, stick around. I will give you the top 10 selling artists of 2025 so far, according to Beatport. So there you go. That is story number 1. Amy, over to you.
Great. So my first story is about Dance Valley. So I'm going to plug myself here. I wrote a really great article on edmhousenetwork.com. Thank you. Which I shared with you, Adam, which kind of tells the story of Dance Valley Festival. So this year's the 30th anniversary. So it started off as a really small festival from like 8,000 visitors, like 100,000. And yeah, it's just like, it's a chronological article that I wrote. So you can go on over to edmhousenetwork.com and check that out. If you want to go to Dance Valley, there's tickets still available. It takes place on August 9th here in the Netherlands at Spaarnwoude. Fun little fact, I've never been to Dance Valley, but back in the day before I became MC Unicorn, who I am now, I used to like sell food and drinks at festivals and like build stages and do all these kind of random jobs. And I sold kebab at Dutch Valley, which used to be the Sunday of Dance Valley. And I burned myself on a kebab oven. And I like burned my arm because they didn't give me like an oven mitt, and I think I just used a towel. So that's my fun story. So this year I'll be working at Dance Valley as, you know, from EDM House Network as my MC Unicorn self, but from humble beginnings, burning myself on a kebab oven in 2017.
Health and safety don't need to worry about anything here. There's nothing to see here. For anyone who hasn't been to Dance Valley, paint a picture, like how many stages, and what kind of music does it include and go to? Tell me.
Okay, so the Dance Valley lineup. So we have main stage, Transmission, which is a trance stage, Rebel City, which is hardstyle, Raw hardstyle, which is the raw style stage, Techno, Voltage, Lucas and Steve, and Dance Valley 30 years. So I'm bad at math, but that's, I think, 8 stages. Let me tell you about the Dance Valley 30-year stage and the main stage. So on the Dance Valley 30-year stage, Billy Nasty, Dimitri, JP, Marco V, Rossi, The Advent, Tom Harding, Yoji Biomechanica.
Yep.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
And okay, let me tell you the main stage. Boris Brejcha, Tiesto, Martin Garrix. Yeah, Ferry Corsten presents Goriella, which I'm really excited about. Nervo. I mean, there's this lineup is, and I'm just telling you about a couple of stages, but there's like really big, this is going to be really big. So I'm really excited. Thank you for inviting me, Dance Valley. I'm really excited. And yeah, I will have a full recap for you afterwards in August.
It sounds good. There's a lot there to get engaged with. So yeah, grab a kebab, go for a walk and enjoy yourself.
Be careful with the kebab ovens.
Yeah, don't burn yourself. All right, excellent. That's story number 1 for Amy. Now, let me jump into story number 2. Now, I said I wouldn't turn this into Tomorrowland news, but it is Tomorrowland news because, yet again, they have made an announcement, and there's more than one announcement. There's lots of announcements right now. But let's talk about Tomorrowland Brazil because the lineup is out and there's lots to talk about. So, should we just talk about some of the headliners? It's Friday, 10th of October, Saturday, 11th, and Sunday, 12th. But I'll just go through the A's of each day just to kind of give you some kind of balance. So Agents of Time, Anna Armin, Arodes. There you go. That's a good balance. Then if you go Saturday, Anna back-to-back with Vintage, Avalon Emerson, Axwell. There you go. That's just the A's. And then Sunday, Absalom, Alesso, Aline Rocha, Alok, Ananda, and Andot back-to-back with Maz Locals, RG, Atco, never heard of, Aura Vortex. Isaiah back-to-back with Nico Marino. So there are some names I haven't even heard of. And that's part of the joy of this because you get local talent on the biggest stages, and that's when you get to learn and love them. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of finding people, and there's lots of new people to hear with lots of your familiar friends like Laid Back Luke, Dimitri Vegas, Cat Dealers, Max Styler, Leighton Giordani. You know what? It's a massive lineup. I'm really excited about Tomorrowland Brazil. I was already excited about Tomorrowland Brazil anyway because it's celebrating life. But with this lineup, it looks a little bit crazy, and they have announced a new stage as well.
Oh, so what's that? What's the new stage?
Well, it's called Morpho. So there was on social media, there was a page with, I can actually show you. So on Morpho stage, you get, and I think it's leaning, it will vary through day to day, it looks like, but there's lots, the Psytrance Mafia, so definitely a bit of you. Third Party, Infected Mushroom, Fed Legrand, Dub Vision, Bruno Martini, Local Talent. So yeah, lots of good names, but it looks like a new stage. I've never heard of that name before, so it's exciting. New stuff in Tomorrowland Brazil, and the lineup is all online, so go and search it out. We'll pop a link in our show notes.
Story number 2. So there's a new track out from 2 of my dear friends. The track is called Tonight Tonight, and it's by Rob G and Coda. These 2 artists are both friends of the podcast, big supporters of us. And yeah, I love this track. So it's kind of a mix of like the harder styles with like a 2000s club vibe. It's a love song. So this track was played at Defqon this summer and is just making its way through the harder styles festival circuit. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Well, I've got to say, the Defqon images and the social media, it looked crazy, like riding onto the stage in a bike, and then obviously everyone doing left and right. Maybe you can help me with this. I thought for safety, Defqon or any festival nowadays, as far as I was aware, had to have a center separation like gate. Does that make sense? So, like, you know, when you look at any main stage down the middle, to avoid potential crushes or overcrowding, I thought they had to have a line in front of the main stage separating left to right, for example. But at Defqon, they seem to get away with it. Hence, you see the amazing images of everyone going left to right. Yeah, I mean, I love it. It looked amazing. You've seen it, right? I bet you were getting foaming at the mouth, literally.
And yeah, I was, because actually I was dog sitting for one of my friends who was there too. So it was just like the dog and I were watching like the live stream. So I had the live stream on throughout the weekend. Like I was at the beach and I had on the speaker. I was like listening to it at the park, and yeah, I did. And you know, to be honest, I could have gone. It's just I can't. Same as you. Like I can't do every single festival. Like I have a lot of things going on in my life, and like I part of me wishes I could, but then the other part's like also just like you need time for other things too. So I couldn't go this time, but it's amazing. You should definitely check out DEF CON. Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't remember seeing like that middle area. Yeah, there it is. Because last year I was watching Power Hour from like the press area, which is way back up on the decks, and it's a straight left. It's a clean left right. Like there was no
Oh, I love it.
interruption. It's scary being in. Have you ever been in one of those left right? You're tall though, right?
Yeah. The one I don't want to be in is like a DJ Snake, Park de Prance kind of, where they all kind of do that. No, I'm not in for that. But yeah, when it's full, it's great because you can't fall over because people are literally holding you up, and it's good fun.
That's how.
But it is interesting that they can do it, and I don't see it anywhere else. So I wonder how they're getting around it. You picked the wrong year not to go though, based on the fact that Timmy Trumpet made his debut there. Come on.
But I saw that. I was like, damn it. Like I could have been. I know. And that's so cool that he got to go up. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't been invited earlier. Like he's so involved in the harder styles. He has a lot of collabs with like Sub-Zero Project and with Tony Jr. and like a lot of these big names. So I don't know. I'm surprised that that this was his first year there. I saw that and I was like, oh my God.
Favorite DJ, favorite festival, and you weren't there, Amy. Come on.
I know. And DEF CON has a special place in my heart. But yeah, I've been there 4 times. I also want to try out different festivals too. So like we just talked about, it'll be my first time at Dance Valley, which will be great. I can't do the same ones every year and do new ones every year. They're all in the same summer periods.
It is a bit crazy when it all falls on the same weekend, isn't it? So yeah, better planning, please. I think you can only have one festival per weekend through the year, but you all have to sort of, maybe we could have a festival collective society. That means that like a football fixture list where you can't play on the same weekend. Maybe that's a good thing.
I would need that because I actually, unfortunately, got invited to like another amazing festival in Germany the same weekend as Dance Valley, and then also multiple things the same weekend as Tomorrowland too. It's like everything is on the same. They do it on purpose. Like it's the same weekend.
That'd be good as well, because then that would mean that you wouldn't have the same lineup. So like if you were in Germany and then also in Belgium and then just say London or UK, then the DJs would have to choose one, wouldn't they? I mean, I know you could fly, but you'd have to go, okay, this year I'm going to be at X, not all of them, and make it a little bit more. Maybe I'm being a bit snobby because then obviously people miss out on their favorite DJs, but that might actually make it a little bit more interesting for the lineups. Anyway, maybe that's another story for another conversation, for another episode, because that was DEF CON and Amy didn't go. Shame. I'm on story number 3 already, and it's exciting because there is a battle happening. Have you noticed? Story number 3 is all about a battle of Ibiza. It's on. It's true. It's happening right in front of our very eyes. So we just talked about festivals being on at the same weekend. In Ibiza right now, there are so many amazing nights as we enter peak season, Monday through Sunday. I think that the best day if you were going to have a party in Ibiza is Saturday because there's not that much on. I think there's only Claptone at Chinois. But apart from that, every night has at least 1 or 2 nights. You know, a long time ago, there used to be one party on one night and everybody just went there and then they went to the next night on the next night, whatever. Whether it be like, used to be Privilege on Monday, Pasha on Tuesday, Cream on Thursday, We Love Space on Sunday, whatever. There was that kind of, not anymore. It's gone. It's a free-for-all and everyone's fighting. And Universe is on a land grab right now. So now Universe is the biggest club on the island. There's lots of stories about whether it's the best place to go, whether it's a performance space or whether it's a club space, whether it's better to go early or actually just buy a sunrise ticket because you can do that. So I haven't been and I'm still looking forward to going. However, the island are fighting back because Universe is getting all the press, it's getting all the attention and charging premium prices for a premium club, to be expected. But roll on Pasha, because they are rolling their sleeves up, they are going into the ring and they are bringing a different way of thinking to the table, and I'm here for it. Pasha has notoriously been famous for being really expensive, really exclusive in all of the years gone past. It used to be the only club that stayed open all the year round in Ibiza. Obviously, now we know that's not the case. However, Pasha, we salute you. Well done. They are offering drinks packages. Now you can buy pre-sale drinks bundles, and they are crazy. If you go online and get these, you get so much more value for money. You can only do it through Ibiza Spotlight, but let me tell you some of the deals. So now, 5 drinks for €40. In Pasha, that would only usually get you 1. Seriously. So, yeah, 3 waters for €15, which is amazing. I just told you it's 12, usually 12 for 1. So if you go online to Ibiza Spotlight, you can buy drinks packages, and I think it's really good. They had Solomon and Skrillex. That was on Sunday a few weeks back. They've got some amazing lineups from Sonny Fodera to Blondish to their Friday nights are insane as well. I'm really impressed with Pasha's fight back. Go Pasha is all I'm saying. Long live the cherries. Or, yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah.
I've been to Pasha in New York back in the day, and it was one of my favorite clubs in New York.
You know what? It used to
Classic.
have one in Victoria in London.
Cool.
And they've got, I think they've got one in Marrakesh as well. So yeah, they're well spread, but they went through a little bit of a lull. Then I think they got bought out, and then they got repurchased, and now they've been reinvigorated, and their MD's really clever. Again, doing little marketing ploys like this. The lineup's really strong. So you've got Heritage, you've got obviously Mal P's doing his residency there as well. And what was really nice to see, by the way, was when Solomon was playing back to back with Skrillex. The background, Mal P in the DJ booth chilling. Miss Monique in the DJ booth full of DJs, just watching DJs. I love to see that. So yeah, look, I'm just go Pasha. I mean, it's great for the scene, but I like that everybody's trying. And even Ibiza Rocks are dropping their drinks prices on the island as well. Yeah, just well done everybody in Ibiza. It's expensive, but well done for making it a little bit more affordable for everybody who wants to go. There you go. Story over. Thanks for listening. Yeah, time for Amy's third story. What you got?
So my third story is a news article. So Apple Music launches a new auto mix feature that blends tracks together using AI. I know, look at Adam's face. Okay, well, I want to hear from you, Adam, because you're a DJ. So let me just give a little more info for people that don't know about this story. Spotify has something like this already, but now you can do it on Apple Music. So I just want to read this sentence. Powered by Apple Intelligence, the tech giant claims the new feature can craft unique transitions between tracks. And I'm using air quotes for people who are just listening, just like a DJ. So Adam, what do you think about this?
Have you actually used the Spotify kind of equivalent where you can make what is somewhat a radio show?
No, I have not. But back in the day, I did DJ in quotes, a little in college where I did have like a Newmark mix track, and I would press sync to like, he's like just gonna roll his eyes at me, press like sync to like sync the tracks, and then just like move the crossfade over on my little thing for like college parties. So I've had experience with like, let's DJing in quotes. I have not used the Spotify one. Should I?
No, because, and the thing is, if you would have wanted to, you would have done it more by now.
Okay.
So Apple doing this as well, like Apple could have been the best platform in the world with its music and its distribution and its offering. Like when Beats One dropped, and then they had the One Mix every Sunday, and but do you know anyone who subscribes to Apple Music? Do you know anyone who listens to it? I'm guessing no.
I keep getting emails that I can get it for free for like 6 months or like for trial, but like I never click on it. No,
I've got the same thing.
Yeah.
You get it with your watch, or if like you connect, it's like, oh yeah, here's some. So they can't even give it away. So I don't know what the figures. And I love Zane Lowe when he worked at Radio 1, legend. The interviews are great, but I don't know if that substantiates what could have been the best radio station in the world. and it hasn't been that. And I think and more than that, it's the best platform in the world. I really think Apple have taken their foot off the gas, unbelievably so, that people are going to absolutely take over. Recently, OpenAI combined with Johnny Ives, and yeah, they're going to design hardware, which will it'll be the Apple killer. I know it will, because he designed the iPod with Steve Jobs, and he designed the iPhone. And yeah, I'm really surprised at Apple. Like, they had the world at their mercy, and they've slept on it, in my opinion. And this is just another feature that, again, you said Spotify had done this maybe 18 months ago. So maybe it's just because it's too big. Maybe Apple got too big and it takes too long to do stuff. And they never were the first people, by the way. You know, like, they didn't invent the MP3 player. You know, that was Toshiba, I think, with a brand called iRiver. I think they were one of the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you're watching this, and I'm happy to be corrected. But they've left this one too long. And there's not, I don't know the stats. I don't believe there's enough there to make a difference. So it's just a gimmick. I don't think it's a gimmick that would make me spend money to go over there and get a subscription. So I love Apple. I'm pro Apple, but I'm also, what are you doing, Apple? I'm here, like, if another brand comes and says, hey, we've got a better product and you can link it with this and we'll make your life easier, I'm like, okay, where do I sign? Apple haven't got me. I'm also like overbuying new phones. Again, this is not meant to be a moany thing, but I love excellence. Love things. I love people who do great things. I love people who make great things. I love companies that make good stuff, right? So when they have all the potential in the world, they've peaked and then they pause. It's like, oh, is it just me? Did you feel the same?
I feel the same. So I have an iPhone, and I used to have like a MacBook and all that, but I don't know. Now I have a PC computer. I have a Samsung tablet. I have a Fitbit watch, and I have an Apple iPhone, which is fun. But like, I don't know. It used to be like try to have all my Apple products, but I don't know. Like, I kind of like my Samsung tablet. I like my Fitbit watch. Like, yeah, I'm with you. I think like in the 2010s or whatever, like when I was in school, like Apple was the big thing. You went to the Apple store, you literally go to the mall and like hang out at the Apple store. Now it's like, why would I go in there?
Okay, here's the true story. Like, what phone do you use?
I have an iPhone 15.
Okay, I'm still on iPhone 12.
Wow.
I've got an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's absolutely fine. So, do you know what I mean? I've got no thirst to kind of upgrade because I don't see the benefits. I've got a brand new watch. Do you know what I mean? I'm here. Come and get me, Apple, and impress me with your DJ
Sell
mixing.
Us. Take our money. We'll buy something.
Come on, offer it. And for any of the companies there, that I'm happy to try out stuff. So yeah, just so you know. All right, this is good. Sorry, that turned into a bit of a rant or a moan. It wasn't meant to be, but you know, when you kind of are passionate about the future and about change and about things that you use daily, I'm like, come on, make my life easier. I don't just want to complete my rings every day. Come on, let's go.
Your turn.
Okay, I'm apologizing again because this is another Tomorrowland related story, but I can't avoid it because it's been announced and it's really exciting, especially if you are an Avicii fan. We will be able to relive Avicii's legendary Tomorrowland sets from 2012, 14 and 2015 because the amazing people at Apple Music, good work, and Tomorrowland have combined to make a spatial audio special. So you can now go to either Apple Music or Tomorrowland's music or Tomorrowland on the app and listen to previous Avicii sets like you've never heard before. The clarity is incredible. Back then in 2012, 2015, the mastering and certain, don't forget, Avicii's playing demos. So they weren't exactly mastered the way that they should have been. They were demos. Now you can hear them in their full sound and it's crazy. Avicii made his Tomorrowland debut in 2011. And then every set after then is now shared. If you've never heard them, go and check them out because they're a real moment in time. And not only that, but this year's festival will also have a special space that you can go and celebrate Avicii. Now, you do need to book if you want to go. So if you are attending Tomorrowland Orbis, then you need to jump online and book a slot. Now, you have to drop €10 there to guarantee your space. But if you go, you get the money back. That's to make sure that people don't waste the time because there's going to be like 200 people that go through this experience that lasts, I think, about 15 minutes or so. But if you go and turn up, you get your money back. But if you drop your deposit and you don't turn up, that money goes to the Tim Bergling Foundation and the Tomorrowland Love Tomorrow Foundation, which is amazing. So there's two treats. If you're coming to the festival, book in and go to the Avicii experience. It's a little bit of a take on what is in Stockholm, and that's to be celebrated. So you'll see unseen footage, photos, you'll hear music and see things that you've never seen before. And obviously we're massive fans at Tomorrowland to celebrate Tim. So this is just a great mark of respect. And before then and after then, you can celebrate his sets in spatial audio thanks to the people at Apple Music and Tomorrowland. So jump on the Tomorrowland app or Apple Music's app.
Story number 4 is a new track out from Rainier Zonneveld and Kosheen called Catch, Bounce, Mix. So this is, I don't know, his songs, like, I think a couple episodes ago too, was like Tokyo, like his Rainier Zonneveld, like everything he has been putting out lately, I've just been having on repeat. I've been really enjoying his music. And it's funny because until a couple years ago, I really didn't know who he was. I think it was actually Tomorrowland 2023 that I was inside, I forget, maybe it was the Freedom stage, somewhere because it was raining. It was like raining. And I was like, oh, I better just get inside wherever. And I'm like, oh, this is like good. You know, that happens at festival, like, oh, this music's good. And then I discovered his music and now I know I really like this track. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Rainier Zonneveld. Karen Ma, I love Rainier. I'm more of a fan of his straight up techno, not necessarily because he doesn't DJ, he plays live only. So he's only always creating on his like MP3s and 909s, whatever whichever tools he's using. So he's a pure creative and he can play instruments. I love his car selection. I know that he spends a lot of time with his girlfriend as well, which is amazing. So they come as a pair. And yeah, long live Rainier Zonneveld and his energy, because he's super talented, really nice guy. He's as tall as me as well. There's not many people like that. So me, Rainier and Calvin are the tallest. Oh, and Afrojack are the tallest people in house music. That's our claim to fame. So he's part of the family in my world.
How tall are you?
Just under 2 meters.
That is tall.
Yeah. He's officially 2 meters. I'm just under, so he's taller than me.
That's really funny. You'd fit in well here in the Netherlands. Everybody is like, oh, you've been here. But yeah, let's say everybody is like a giant.
What I'm interested in is how he fits in his Ferrari, because
like, ooh.
Yeah, honestly, I've tried to sit in a Ferrari and I just can't do it. So I think he may have had it custom made. But yeah, Karen Ma. So it would be amiss of me not to mention myself in these stories. So say it. Why break the habit of a lifetime? Guess what? We've got new music out. No, it's also, I want to shout out a radio station in Ecuador. I recently did a mix for it. I'll put the link in our show notes. It's a 1 hour mix that went out there containing some exclusives. It also contains one more with Silvio Soul and Marva, which drops July 16th. That's the big track for this summer for me. It also contains Walk For Me, my track with Lou. Now, we've been busy in the studio. We've got lots of edits. I'm just letting you know that I've done a remake of Nailin' and Kane Beach Ball. Do you know that?
No, I don't think so.
It's one of my absolute favorites from back in the day. We've also remixed JD Plastic Dreams,
which
is also one of my favorites from back in the day. And because these are like our tools, so they're IDs, but they're not IDs now. Also working on an amazing track that's from 1999 from Sasha. I won't say which one, but oh, I cannot wait to play this at the festival. So if you want a sneak preview to the kind of tracks that we've been making, it's all available in that mix. We'll drop the link in the show notes. It's also available on my other podcast, which is Heavy Beats by MK. So that's my mix-only platform, so you can go over there. Also, just to caveat this, there's also some news going around about Hooray, who's a friend of mine, friend of the show's. He has had issues with his distribution platform to the point where, and I've released music with him, so this affects me directly. He still does run a label called Showdown, and also Outside and from Romania. And all of the back catalogue has been taken off all DSPs. That's like, wow. So there's a bit of a dispute going on right now. And that means you can't listen to some of the tracks that I've made, and obviously all of the other artists. But we are working and trying to support Horatio because it's not necessarily anything. It was out of his hands. It was to do with the distribution platform. So at this moment in time, at the time of broadcast, all of the Showdown releases are offline. So yeah, we're just sort of sending love and energy to you, Horatio, if you're listening to this, and anyone who's been released on that label, because obviously this happens in dance music. It's not good. It's not healthy. It should never get to this stage, but it has done. But yeah, if you're a label and you're struggling, then maybe you can align with Horatio, or if you've got any advice, drop him a message or just get in touch with us. Again, you can do that through our website, 10daysindance.com, and we'll pass any messages or any advice that you want to get in touch with Horatio about. Maybe you've been in the same situation. But yes, just so you know, there's a mix to listen to, good, and there's some music missing off the websites, bad. But there you go. That's just the way it is. We're working on it, and we'll get it back online as soon as possible. There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so my fifth and final story today comes to us from Texas. So we have a lineup announcement from Seismic Dance Event. So Seismic Dance Event just announced its 8th edition lineup. So it's got Charlotte DeWitt, Duke Dumont, Elderbrook, Eli Brown, Fortet, Gorgon City, Lane 8, A Craze, Ben Hemsley, Cassian. I mean, like the list goes on and on. Lily Palmer, Odd Mob. There's a lot. There's a lot here. Seismic Dance Event is taking place at the Concourse Project in Austin, Texas from November 14th to November 16th. So if anyone's over there wants to, I've never been to Austin. I've never been to Seismic, but it is one of the bigger U.S. festivals. So it's exciting.
Shout out to Greg Jake, my friend in Texas, who will no doubt be going to that. He loves a bit of that. The voice of spinning radio, by the way, that is Greg Jake.
Cool.
He's actually from there, so yeah, it's on his doorstep. No doubt he'll be there. And a great lineup. Good work. So we get to the end of this edition of 10 Days in Dance. Don't forget, if you want anything about this, then check out the website. It's brand new. We started off the show with it. 10daysindance.com. It'll give you links to the audio and the visuals. So if you don't subscribe to us yet on our YouTube, do that. And you can also follow us on Spotify and, of course, on Instagram and all that good stuff. Now, I did earlier promise you a top 10 to round off the show. Amy, are you ready for this top 10?
Go for it. I'm ready for it.
Okay, so from January to June, the stats are in for Beatport's top-selling artists of 2025. And at number 10, it's Medusa. Above them at number 9 is Rufus Du Sol. One of my favourites hitting in number 8, Genesi, after their remix of Bad Boy, Linska. That's definitely got them there. Number 7 is Coulter. Number 6 is Anima. Number 5 is John Summit. And this is where it gets interesting, because it's all kind of the same genre, which means Beatport, I would look at these stats. Number 4 is Ugel, which is Afro, kind of slow, sexy. But then this is definitely Tech House, from Mal P at number 3, Max Styler at number 2, and Chris Lake is Beatport's number 1 seller at number 1. Now, I love his track, Savannah. His album is Chemistry. It came out on July the 11th. It's an amazing album, and I think that's why he is currently number 1. And also, his social media's gone through the roof, because he's being so personal, he's being so funny, and sharing a lot. And he's also doing loads of streams with the likes of Sammy Vergi. So yeah, go and follow him if you don't already. He's the top 10 selling artist of 2025 so far. Will he be there in December? Well, you'll know where you'll find out right here on 10 Days in Dance. So there you go, a top 10 to round up. Amy, any final words on this week's episode?
I think that's it. We covered a lot of topics. Like every episode, we gave you new music, lineup announcements, breaking news, personal stories, funny anecdotes. So I think we covered it all.
And we didn't even talk about Glastonbury. We didn't even talk about Carl Cox supporting Prodigy. You see what I'm saying? There's so much more there. But anyway, you'll have to listen to the next episode to find out more stories. There you go. 10 Days in Dance. Go and look at the website, 10daysindance.com, and we'll see you next time.